Greetings, my friend. This is Gilles Mancillon. I'm an artist and spiritualist, and I'm called to return to speak about the spiritual ascension process. I am honored by your presence. I thank you very much for coming to listen to those messages and to integrate whatever feels right to you. And for it is very much about cultivating inner peace and joy. It is very the essential. It will become the new norm in the new society, and this will happen really quickly. The old matrix is dissolving, realizing we are a fractal of infinity. All of infinity is held within this I am that we are. And so it's about cultivating this inner peace, this sense of joy, of balance, of compassion, of love. And so it is very important, for the game of separation has become unbearable. It is completely an illusion, and it's become completely unbearable. So we need to engage with love, with unity of the Father, the Mother, and the One. So it is very much about continuing to call on, to invoke, to remember. For God's plan is on schedule, and everything is perfectly aligned with God's plan. So that is the nature of reality, and the truth cannot be hidden, and definitely, and it's like so just trust that, know that, and it's like the imbalance cannot be maintained. Sometimes we need to create imbalance, karmic imbalance. When you assist somebody, you're creating a karmic imbalance, but the balance has been restored pretty quickly. It's like it's part of the process, and balance is created, so everything is balanced out. The law of the universe is balancing it out. So it's like connect to the ability to receive this love of God, to be in a receptive mode of that truth. Truth and love is the same thing from a spiritual perspective, and we're here to create a good life as much as possible, to enjoy our life during, it's very short, this lifetime that we have here, every lifetime. But this life is very important. It is a key incarnation, and every moment is important. So it's like when we seek to develop an idea, a passion, a desire, a dream, a goal, it is very important to pursue it with action as far as we can, and then to let go of all outcome and trust the universe will provide. Otherwise, if we try to go too far, then we collapse. But you pursue it as much as you can, and then you trust that the universe, the wheels have been set in motion for the manifestation. You move into a relaxed state. The Archangel Gabriel was bringing this very good example about that. He was talking about, like, for instance, your vision, your dream, your idea is to go on a vacation. So to go on a vacation, you need first to reserve a hotel where you're going, and then you book a plane, and then you pack up your luggage, you take a taxi cab, you go to the airport, you board on the plane. But once you're on the plane, you just trust that the plane will take you there. You just move into the relaxed mode as much as possible to know that you will be and when you travel, call on the Archangel Michael to accompany you, so that they don't lose your luggages or whatever. It always goes easy when you travel to call on the presence of an archangel to accompany you. So it's very much, even if nothing is tangibly visible after you produce so much action, the ability to trust and relax will definitely allow the manifestation to come in. For it's like we're working on that, and so it's like to create this paradise timeline. But in order to create that higher timeline, to experience that higher timeline, there are specific conditions that we need to undertake. The first one is to connect to the inner silence, to the presence of the infinite. For everything starts by this connection to the Creator, so we can co-create. If it's just a mental process, we'll not necessarily. Sometimes we can get what we want, but not always. But when it comes from this infinite source, then there is no choice but to the manifestation to eventually come when it is ready. So connect to the first thing, as the Christ said. Connect to the kingdom of God first. Everything else will flow from that afterwards. And call on the Christ, call on Michael, the Sananda, Yoshua, Jesus. Call on him, for he is the central master that oversees the whole evolution of the planet. So do not, the Christos, the Sophia, the Christos is really the ascended master. They're not like object of worship. They are friends and family, and they're really wise and loving. And so just call on him. You will definitely as often as you can. They're never too busy for us also. And so it is important first to connect to that presence of the Creator, to present within the silence, and then meditate in silence. And then when you pray, when you make your decree, when you make your invocation for what you want, also always it is very important to consider the fact that it's going to help others, that you're going to be able to help others, you're going to be able to share with other people the that which you receive. It has to be a sharing process. It cannot be just me, just for me. So, and even if you of course you intend to share what the blessings you get, it is good to include it within your prayer, to already envision the fact that you're going to be able to utilize the more the blessings, the abundance, the joy, anything that will benefit other people. And then move into the state of gratitude for receiving that freedom, that abundance, that prosperity, that joy, as it was already happened. So that is a process of manifestation we're working on, and everything will unfold very quickly. So I hope this message was interesting for you. Just relax and breathe, and it's mostly about just being accepting the inner peace and the love of God, and to allow ourselves to be guided by that. I'm going to share some paperworks I've been working on. They're not quite finished. Some of them are. I have to take some time and to maybe sign. They'll need to be framed in a nice frame, because the smaller the work, the more important the frame is. So this is more like an abstract piece. Some of the details that have to be worked out. This one is it says I love to love on the top, and it says I, and it's signed, but I need to include the I am. Maybe I'm just going to include it here. It just says I. Everything starts with the I. This one's not quite finished. It's just a river. It's like I'm working on those like 20 papers on the same time. This one is like I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna probably draw the figure here. It's the only one that's vertical. This one says I love to love. But it's a bit too red. I'm going to change the color probably. It's already signed. This one is a river. Some kind of like this. I'm probably going to write something down here. This one is a mountain. Mountain with a river. This one is another mountain. Those there's a lot of metallic colors, so it's with different light of the day. At night and day, they're very different. My landscapes are moving forwards. I'm kind of happy with them. This one, I'm not really sure where it's going. It's about the Earth, and within the Omega sign. This one is another mountain, a river. It's a theme of the moment. This one is more like an aquatic kind of thing. I'm not really sure where it's going. This one also is aquatic. And say love is all. But I like it. It's like there's an eye here. It's kind of really. It's kind of. You see it really well. I don't know if it will come out in video. This one was a scene. It's kind of like it. It's got a good vibration. This one also is pretty much done. I still need to sign it. It says, "I love me and I love you. I am love and love is me." The little studies for the mountain series. They still need like little touch up. Of course, they're not quite finished. And this one is like a Buddha that's meditating on the river. And I've been working on some 9. I wasn't really sure I wanted to keep those things, but this subject, but. It's about love, and just they're very symbolic of words, and but it's they kind of this one is the most finished probably. But since I started, I'm gonna keep going with it. This one, it says love is all, and it's signed and it represents the 7th super universe of Orvonton. This one, it says I love me and I love you. I love to love. So we'll have to see. I'm taking my time with this. I love me and I love you. Love is all. This one says I love to love. This one's about the 7th super universe also. There may be some little details, of course, on those. We'll see. So I share to document a little bit. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, for your donations. If you're in a private session, you can send me an email. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that talks about karmic relationships. Sometimes you don't know why, but you're attracted to someone that is not really good for you, but you can't really you can't remove yourself from the relation until it's complete. But now what we're asking is like with soulmate or soul twin or soulmates to come together in a light, in very pleasant relationships, with a light relationship. We don't no longer need the drama. For people need drama in their life. But it's an old rock and roll song. It's called Wild Horses. It goes like this. Childhood living, it's easy to do the things you wanted. I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I watch you suffer a dull aching pain. Now you've decided to show me the same. No sweeping exit or off stage lines could make me feel bitter or treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. You know I've dreamt you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Face has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Sometimes we wonder why we come into certain relation, because there is a lesson to learn, because it's not all that much joyful. That's what this song is talking about. And so, but let us ask, let us be ready for relationship that will bring us joy, that will bring us inspiration. Most relationships that are either from soulmates that come when we're true soulmates, we're balancing each other's energies out. And so this is really what we want, is to find an harmonious relationship for those who are seeking relationship, although if you're already in a relationship. But some old relationship needs to end in order for new relationship to come, new level of relationships. For all relationships are eternal, and they just serve a purpose for a time. Well, thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.